Ladies and gentlemen, today's video is going to be really freaking raw. Like, this isn't the scripting thing where you see me sitting down, hey, how I made a podcast for my client. Oh, 50 leads in one day. No, this is some real talks I'm about to have with you, because if you've been following me on social media, then you probably know I decided to go full-time freelance, specifically full-time content marketing freelance. So I did content marketing for other people. And in this video, I'm going to tell you the truth about what it's like to be a full-time freelance content marketer, everything I freaking learned, and I'm going to break it down into 5 main things that I personally learned as a full-time freelance content marketer. Alright, so the first thing I learned about being a full-time freelancer is don't get arrogant when the money comes, okay? So let me explain to you what I mean. So I got let go from my job, and that's why I sort of started doing this whole freelance content marketing thing, because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own money. I'm gonna do it myself. I am independent. I am worthy of making my own money. And that's what I thought. And so when I got let go, I was like, screw this, let's do this, right? So I was DMing, I was working 10 to 12 hour days trying to make ends meet. And 1 month later, I ended up hitting my first $5,000 month. Now, to me, I was like, whoa, like that's a lot of money. Like, I've never made $5,000 a month before. And honestly, it didn't even sound like a lot now that I'm saying it, but yeah, I was like, wait, I got paid more than my job in the past? What, I did this by myself? Are you what, right? And I was on a high, man. You should have seen me. I was like, yeah, I'm getting clients. Oh my god, I'm charging $1,500 for this, and $800 for this, and $1,000 for this. And I used to charge $50, but now I'm doing thousands of dollars. Look at me go! And I was so hyped and I was so excited. And then a month later, a couple of slow weeks came. No sales happening. It's okay. It's just a week, you know. Sales will come next week. And then the next week, no sales happened. I was like, no, what is happening? No, I'm still good. I promise, I am still good. Then the next week happened, and again, no sales. And I was thinking to myself, what the heck is wrong with me? What am I doing? What is this? Then I realized I kind of made a mistake. Not a mistake, but I realized, like, when I was making the sales, when I hit the first 5K month, I let that get to me. You know, I made a post on LinkedIn, and I was like, yo, was it on LinkedIn or whatever, Instagram, whatever. I'm like, yo, I made so much money and I quit my job. Dreams can come true if you wanted to. And I was riding on this high, and there's so much belief. I was telling my friends, yo, I'm never going back to a 9 to 5 ever again. I am so good. Look at me, I made money by myself. All this stuff. And then the sales didn't come through. I had something mess up in my system. Whatever it is. Anyways, I did get off a call with the client. Hopefully that works out. That's enough. If it does, it's enough. Anyways, I guess what I'm trying to say is I let it really get to me, and I started getting a little arrogant. I stopped being humble. I started like giving advice to people on how to get clients and freelancing, and people were like, yeah, wow, you did 5K, that's how you did it? And I would show them screenshots of the emails and the proposals and the invoices, and it really filled my ego. And now I'm like, why was I on such a high? Like, I let it really get to me. So if you're trying to freelance right now and you're making money, do not let that stuff get to you, man. Do not let that stuff get to you, okay? Point number 2 is, I have my little notebook here. Point number 2 is, the best thing you can do is jump into something and then figure out the rest later. So this is the part I'm actually really happy about. Fuck them. Did I swear? Screw the money, man. This is the part that I'm excited about. Okay, so my first client, right? He was a fitness coach, and I would do Instagram content creation for him. So 15 Instagram posts for about 500 or so, right? And to me, I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting paid $500 for making Instagram posts? What? Like, oh my god. I was on the call with him, and at first I was like, dude, this guy is like intimidating, man. He's kind of scary. I don't know. I literally don't know what I'm doing because I've never managed someone's social media content creation process before. I've never had a client be like, hey, make some Instagram content for me and I'll pay you this much. And I don't even know what that process looks like to even create content for someone. Like, do you get them on a call with you and then tell them about stories and then you make that into Instagram post? Like, what do you do, right? But in the call, I was like, you know what, man? Just fake it till you make it. I'm just gonna pretend I know everything. I'm gonna pretend I know everything. In reality, I kind of knew, but then I'm like, I don't really know like what I'm doing. And then I'm like, yeah, so tell me about your Instagram strategy. Why are you doing this? Why is this important to you? Where do you want to go? What's your goal? Have you worked with other social media content creators before? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, like this guy's buying it. This guy's buying it. Anyways, Adam, if you're watching this, I love you, bro. But I'm like, oh my God, this is working. And then he's like, yeah, cool. I think I want to go with you. Do you mind showing me a portfolio of some previous clients you worked with? And I was like, oh shoot, this is my first client. How am I going to like show him that I'm worthy? You know, like how do I make this happen? And so what I did was I was kind of stressed out. I was pacing back and forth in my room right over here. I'm like, what am I going to do? How do I show myself? How do I do this? How do I do this? And I was like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I went on my previous marketing agency that I worked at, and I screenshotted about like 9 pictures that I actually created for them. I screenshotted it, and I sent it to him. And I also screenshotted some Instagram posts I created for myself and my personal brand. And I showed it to him, and I'm like, hey, here's an example of some of the copy that you can expect if you do hire me. Here's some graphic design elements that I created via Photoshop that I can actually create for you. And most importantly, notice this caption and how I wrote this caption and see how it flows so nicely and smoothly that your audience will love who you are. Anyways, I said all that via email, right? Via email. And he's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell am I doing? What is this happening, right? Oh my God. And then we ended up signing on. We actually just finished our work and everything. And he was like, yeah, I have literally no complaints for you. You did amazing. I love this. And I was like, yo, that means a lot, man. And again, I had to figure this all out by myself. Another couple examples is I have a startup I've worked with and I'm creating email automations for them. And I got on the call with the digital marketing manager and I'm like, hey, so tell me what you need. And she's like, I need email automation. Can you do it for me? And I'm like, yeah, I can do it for you. Now, keep in mind, I'm not lying because I can technically do it. I just don't know how to, like this. I know about like 50 to 60% of it. I kind of know, but 40% of it, I'm like, what the hell am I doing, right? So I wasn't lying, okay? So that basically that. Anyways, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Cool, yeah. And then she sent me all these like NDAs and all these documents I needed to sign for non-disclosures and all this stuff, MSAs. And I was like, dude, like, what am I doing, man? I'd be literally in my room, open the email, and I see all these documents open in front of me. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing, right? I'm like, screw this, you know what? I'm just gonna say yes and figure it out later. I said yes, we signed on, a nice $1,500 client right there. And like, damn, like, again, I guess what I'm trying to share with you is, honestly, sometimes, the best thing you can do is just to jump in and just figure out the rest later. I'm pretty sure some guy made a quote of this in somewhere or whatever, I can't recall right now. But the best thing you can do for your personal growth and development, because I don't even recognize myself at this point. It's been a month of doing this crazy stuff, and I'm like, holy crap, who are you, Alif, right? And I like that. I like the growth. And the reason I got to that level of growth is because I just said, yeah, just throw myself over the cliff. Just throw myself over the cliff and figure it out later. That's literally what I did. So anyways, the best thing you can do is say yes and figure it out later, my friend. Figure it out later. Okay. Back to the paper. Can you tell I'm having fun? This is finally a casual video. I'm standing. I'm recording the video. I have a call with my fitness coach coming up. Why'd I say that? Anyways, point number 3 is to be the version of yourself that you aspire to be. You have to start acting like them. You have to force yourself to become the person that you want to be by being that person, even though you feel like you're being a phony or a fake. Does that make sense? For example, Way back when I did career coaching, I used to offer services for like $50, like a resume for $40. I'll write you a resume for $40, no problem, right? And I thought to myself, oh my God, I'm great. I'm making $40. But then I have all these entrepreneur friends, coaches friends, freelance friends, and they're like, yo, dude, you're undercharging a lot. I'm charging like 500 for this. And I'm like, wait, what? You're charging 500 for this? Wait, I can't do that. Who am I to charge so much more? Because I feel like an imposter. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm doing, right? And then I was like, this time when I do full-time freelance, I'm gonna charge what I'm worth, and I'm gonna stand by it. I'm gonna stand by it. So, for example, a client wanted some like slide decks created for her, right? For her online course. And I'm like, yeah, I can do it. And usually my previous self would be like, oh my God, I can charge you 200 for this. Oh, $200. Oh my God. But I'm like, no. This is at least worth 900. I'm like, yeah, 900 for that. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is working. Because I had to believe in the person that I want to be and just act like them. And now that I made that $900 sale, now I know I'm worth 900. So anything under that now at this point is like a person of the past, right? Let me give you another example. Let's say if you're job hunting right now and you want to be, your goal is to be a digital marketing manager, managing big marketing strategies. And in fact, you want to be a CMO, a chief marketing officer. Now, the way a CMO thinks compared to a marketing entry-level associate, a marketing associate is very, very different. A marketing associate is probably thinking, oh, does this color look good on this Instagram post? Well, let me ask my boss and, he'll tell me what to do. That's what a marketing associate thinks. A CMO is thinking, what is a cool revolutionary strategy that'll make me $1 million? I don't know what CMOs think. But you can see, when you're at a different level, you're thinking very differently, right? And when you're at this level, but you want to achieve this level, you need to sort of start thinking like them in order to achieve that level. Because the mindset for someone who's in this level compared to the mindset at someone who's this level, this person's seeing a different result in their life, whether it's a certain amount of income or friends or status. They're receiving what they're receiving because of how they're thinking. And this person is receiving what they are receiving because of their thinking. Now, if this person wants to get this sort of receiving stuff from this level, what this person needs to do is then think like this person. But how do you think like this person? Well, you force yourself to think like this and adapt their ideologies and thinking, so then you can start seeing results that this person is seeing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yes? Okay. Anyways, if you have a version of yourself you aspire to be, you need to start acting like them. You need to believe like you are literally them. You wake up, take a cold shower, believe it, and just think it, and have some mantras, and go to work and act like the person that you want to be. Period. Okay? That's point number 3. Point number 4 is, man, I gotta tell you, dude, like, there are times where I was like, man, my clients are more successful than me. Why do they want to hire me? For example, I just got a call from a coach, right? And she's a 6-figure business coach, meaning she helps other people turn their knowledge into profit and make a lot of money. And I was going through her Instagram content and I was thinking to myself, wait, she just helped make this person $30,000? Wait, all her clients made over $500,000? She's buying a Gucci purse? Holy crap, she is successful. So leading up to that sales call I literally just got off of, hopefully it goes through, right? No, it will go through, what I'm saying. Anyways, leading up to that sales call, I was thinking to myself, dude, like, who am I to do this? Again, the freaking imposter syndrome comes in. I'm like, no, wait, why am I thinking that? Don't think like that. I'm freaking worthy of this business, of this client, of helping them. I know stuff that she doesn't know. So why am I being like this? No, screw that. So when the call came, I'm like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say your real name. How are you? How's everything? Well, tell me a little bit about your strategy. Well, why this? Why LinkedIn right now? Blah, blah, blah. And I just totally was grounded in my higher self, right? Again, when you're freelancing and you're servicing clients who are like crazy above you, right? In terms of achievement level and whatever, income, whatever it is, you can't compare yourself to them. Like, you don't feel intimidated by them. Instead, and my mindset coach taught me this, is use them as a source of inspiration. Like, the fact that they're so successful because they think a certain way and they act a certain way, find it inspiring to the fact that you can do the same. If you literally start thinking and acting the same way as them, then you can get the same results, right? Like, use it as a source of inspiration. So again, if you are freelancing, maybe you're just starting off, or maybe you're starting off your career. Maybe you just graduated from school and you're about to go on a call with the senior digital marketing specialist, and you feel like, oh my God, I have nothing to talk about. Meaning, he knows everything. I don't know anything. I don't even have a marketing job yet. Who am I, right? You need to stop that, because you are valuable. You have shit to say, and you are important. And because, like, think about it, the other person, you know things that the other person doesn't know, right? That's literally fact. If you are graduated from school and you're about to go on a call with a senior marketing manager for an interview, just know, you know stuff that they don't know, right? And that is value. That is your value. So anyways, keep that in mind. And the last point of the reality when it comes to starting your own freelance business, and especially if you're doing it full time, is it's freaking lonely, man. Dude, I can't tell you how many times I felt so freaking alone. Like, I wake up in the morning and trying to prospect on Facebook, going to different Facebook groups, trying to find people, cold messaging people on LinkedIn, trying to get in calls with them. And then, like, the whole day is just me reaching out to people. And I feel so dreadfully lonely. Like, what am I doing? And the fact is, like, you can't complain to others. Because if I go to my mom and I'm like, hey, like, I'm having a shit day, like, I am not booking clients and everything, they're gonna be like, well, get a job. Like, you don't have to do this, you know that, right? And I'm like, oh, but, like, you don't get it, right? So, this whole stuff, all this content on YouTube, right? Entrepreneurship is lonely, starting a business is lonely. Like, now I feel that to like the bone. Like, I get that now, because every day I'll just be alone working. Like, I booked so many clients, work 12-hour days, alone in my room, blah, 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 trying to find clients again, and reach out to people on social media, trying to get on calls, and I'm just alone in my room trying to make this work. And the pressure of trying to make enough money to pay rent, like, the pressure, the loneliness, the constant, like rejection, like, this stuff really screws with your mind, right? But honestly, if you do make it, though, I gotta tell you, man, this is the most rewarding thing ever, man. Anyways, there you have it. 5 things I learned of being a full-time freelance content marketer. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and hit the bell notification to get reminded when my next video comes out. Other than that, if you have any questions about marketing, digital marketing, freelancing, your marketing career, whatever it is, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn and follow me on Instagram at Alifios. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, because I had a lot of freaking fun. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out, my friend. Peace out.